Good morning, guys. What a long night. I was exhausted, a lot of travel. I also spent an hour last night looking up maps and directions to these places I've been told about. I've been given the X Trail here, 4x4. The first place I'm going to go is an old abandoned mine from the 1850s. It's an hour and a half from here. Now the detecting, we got to talk about that because these guys here, they know I like detecting, but they don't know anything about detecting. And so the first thing I did was look up Arizona bylaws. Let's just say it's a little harsh. No detecting on state land, no removing of artifacts over 100 years old, yada yada, on and on. Gary does not need to do prison time in Arizona, so we're just gonna do what looks like it's off to the side, maybe not attached to some of these real historic sites, but if I can find some places that look interesting. Even some of the hiking trails and things here were used by the Mexicans many hundreds of years ago. You never know what you could find just on some of the hiking trails. So we're gonna go, we have to be careful, and we have to try not to break any laws, but still have fun, adventure, and explore. That's what I'm here for. Uh-oh, look at that. I hadn't realized, I forgot, it's a stick shift. I haven't drove a stick probably in 7 or 8 years, so let's go burn some tires off Grandpa's vehicle. Alright, this should be interesting. Oh, he's still got it. Oh, kinda still got it. Going forward's always easier. So just have to show you guys these roads. This is what I'm talking about when I mentioned before, post-apocalyptic. This place here in the early 70s was paved, they sold lots, and there's nothing here. It was kind of like a scam. People bought the lots and then found out, it's just desert. So nobody ever actually came and built. Barrel cactus. Hey, you don't see that at home. This is what they consider a good road down here. Oh, damn, forgot. I'm driving a standard clutch. Clutch, Mr. Reed. Look at that. It's buck season right now. And of course, I'm driving along and Gary gets a good chance at a buck right here if I had my bow. There are guys been looking all over here for weeks now. Not a big buck, but that's a Arizona whitetail right there. I haven't even left the road this morning and I've seen 3 deer, a nice big jackrabbit, and a coyote. I didn't get a picture of either of the last two, and the coyote was just sitting there, but I was on a hill trying to drive a standard and operate the camera. A car came up behind me and that was the end of that. I had to go. I had to get out of the way. This car doesn't feel very good. It feels like the wheels are just gonna bloop, pop off and go flying in every direction at any second, just like in the cartoons. But hey, it's a free ride, so I can't complain. I just gotta drive it and hopefully it doesn't break. Okay, 4th gear works, that's a good thing. I think there was duct tape holding the dash together here at one point. I'm just gonna throw this out there, but this thing has a tape deck, and I smell burning. Something's burning. I hope it's not my vehicle. I figured out what's going on. My father-in-law has finally devised a way to get rid of me. Send me out into the desert with the least reliable vehicle we have. So actually where I'm heading is a place called Ruby Road. They didn't tell me that this morning, and I've been here many times. This is one of the most scenic, beautiful roads I have ever been on in my life. I chronicle this road every time I come, take thousands of photographs. It is the most amazing. If you are ever in Rio Rico, Arizona area, you have to come and travel this road. And I have never seen, once I get onto the main road, another vehicle. Park service vehicle, that's all I've seen down here. Nobody comes out here. We are entering the Coronado National Forest. 14 miles, and then we're going to lose pavement and see where that takes us from there. This road is very similar to Ruby Road. Check out this view. 20 miles of views like this all the way along. Absolutely stunning. So there are signs here when you enter the National Forest: illegal smuggling and immigration. We're right along the Mexican border down here, so you have to be very wary because you do get immigrants coming across the border and trying to get in. The locals will tell you that they're not dangerous. They're just trying to get in, and you know, but you do see Army helicopters and everything flying over, and Border Patrol always on the lookout. So, you know, you do have to be careful and keep an open mind and just watch your belongings, I guess, when you're out here. We're getting close. Mowry is the mine that we want to go to. It's an 1850s silver and zinc mine, and it was mined by the Mexicans before the Americans actually got here. So it's a very old mine site. They have these beautiful beech trees down here, and they're white. Amazing trees. That's, you know, a huge, that'd be a 250-year-old tree back home. I don't know, down here they probably grow a lot more. Maybe not because of water limitations, so it might be just as old, I don't know. But beautiful, beautiful white trees. So here, actually along the way, guys, under one of these huge, I'm gonna call them a werewood. When I was a kid, I used to read a lot of Dragonlance fantasy novels, and they talked about these white werewood trees. So I'm gonna call these things werewood. I don't know what they are, some kind of beech or something. But underneath this huge, big old beech here, there's an old cemetery. So I don't know how old it is, but it goes right up the side of the hill here. I'm gonna grab a few photographs and just see if we can get a date here. I was told it's older. Well, if we look at this one here, it's actually punched out of a sheet of tin, and I'm pretty sure that the date in the bottom right corner says 1942, and then it's just basically a rock cairn. The ground is so tough here, so, and there seems to be quite a few of these piles, these mounds here like that. So nice old cemetery, really cool find. I'm just going to pay my respects here, take a few photographs, and then move on. As is quite often the case here, guys, a lot of kids in these old cemeteries. The one behind me here, 7 months old, 1948. And, you know, kids all around here. It's very sad, actually, but, well, it's a fact, I guess, just the way things were. My mother taught me when I was a kid, it's not a bad thing to go in and pay respects to any cemetery you find. You know, have a walk around, and if there are spirits, they're probably glad of the company. Just as long as they don't come home with me. I'm okay with that. So there's the road I just came down behind me right there. Pretty steep country up here. And there's the road in front of me, so we're definitely up in the mountains now. Dirt roads only. So the old X Trail here, you know, it's starting to grow on me. It's not as young as it once was. It's got a few crickety crinks and rattly rattles, but it's getting the job done, just like somebody else I know. Yeah? Huh? So I think I'm forming a partnership here with the X Trail. As long as I don't blow a tire or an engine before I get home, I might even give it a bath. Okay, so I'm about 1,000 meters from my destination. I'm at a walking point, so I can't drive any further. I'll show you guys where I gotta walk. Somewhere up this trail and on that last peak is Mowry Mine, so we're gonna walk it from here. Now I have decided, guys, not to bring the detector, even though there's nobody up here. It's national forest. It's probably a historic site, seeing as it was here in the 1850s, and there are ruins, apparently old buildings and things up here. So let's just go explore it and have fun, and hope nobody breaks into the X Trail and steals my detector. Only a quarter of a mile up the road, and I see some ruins here, some adobe brick stuff. Now there are open shafts at this site. I don't know where, I don't know anything about this site, so I have to be very careful, but yeah, so there's some old brickwork. Look at that. Probably before the Americans actually came in and took over. Balmy 11 degrees, beautiful for hiking today. I think it's minus 20 something Celsius back home right now. I'll take Arizona winter. So I'm at elevation here. I don't know if it's 3,000, 4,000 feet, something like that, but I can feel it hiking along here. It's a bit of a workout, which is good. It's what I want. Had some water for lunch, so Gary's gonna lose some weight on this Arizona trip. Okay, getting to the top of that rise, and look at this. Looks like a pit here of some kind. Let's take a look carefully. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that goes down there quite a ways. Yeah, definitely. They were definitely working a seam right here. So we are at the beginning of the mine. So we can see where they actually tunneled all the way down here, right over to where we were just standing there. So they cleaned out quite a bit of, I don't know if it was silver or zinc or what came out of there, but that's what this mine was. And then directly across from the pit here, there's an old stone building. Let's take a closer look at that. Look at that. That's old. Well, I mean, everything here is old. Some old sheet roof in here. Look at the height they built there. I wonder if there's any dates carved in here anywhere, or names or anything. That would be cool to find. Here's the hinges for the door. Right here. 1, 2, and then an old real 2x6. Used in the construction there, buried in the wall. That's cool. Really cool view out the old doorway here. Ouch, that hurt. Wanted to take a closer look at the building. I forgot I'm in Arizona. Don't just walk through the brush. You can't just walk through the brush. I wanted to take a look at that hole in the wall and see what that was used for. Goes right through. Boy, they sure had a nice view from up here though. Absolutely stunning. Can see 100 miles out there. I'm not going to walk on that. That almost looks like a shaft maybe that was filled in, but I can see holes in the rock. I can see cracks that go down, and I don't know how far they go down. And if we go right here against this back wall, look at this seam right here. There's all this loose stuff right here, and then there's a nice big deep opening down in there. Obviously they were working down in there as well. And here's another one. So they would have been down in there working. Here we go. There's a shaft. There's a true proper shaft right here. All sealed up. Let's get a little closer, carefully. Don't drop your phone down there. Oh man. Hello? I can't see the bottom. That's deep. Oh man, that is way deeper than I would have thought. That was like 3 seconds of free fall there. Alright guys, that's an awful lot to show you for one day, so I think we're going to end the video here. I've still got a 2-hour drive home, and I'm taking a different route. So apparently some spectacular photography opportunities on this other route, so I won't bore you guys with that. I know some of you guys are going to say, but he didn't even get out the detector. I won't apologize for that. Look at that scenery behind me, guys. Where else are you going to see this stuff? I'm out trekking in the desert, beautiful sunny day. I'll take that any day. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have another adventure for you. We will be getting the detector out. I will be doing a bunch of detecting, but this trip is also about exploring. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next adventure.